this unboxing together. We're going to see what are we going to get. This is the Pandora box number 9 version 2. Yeah, so for the people following here on the channel, we're having a lot of different Pandora box, but we haven't never seen this Pandora box 9 version 2. So don't forget to subscribe, join the channel, join the Wicked family, and let's do this unboxing and let's see what we're going to get today. Alright, it's time for the classic arcade game station. And for the people who are new to the channel and to this product, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get an HDMI cable. We're having a USB cable because we can connect this thing to your PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and like the PC, just more like an arcade joystick. We're having VGA cable if you want to go old school. Some spare buttons, just basic clickies Chinese buttons. Alright, let's put these things over here. I got a European connection. Keep in mind if you're ordering one that you order the right one. 12-volt power supply. And we having the deluxe toilet paper manual, Chinese manual we have, yes, with a lot of information, nothing interesting, basic information about the layout and what you can do with it. And the Pandora box itself. I did a lot of reviews about these Pandora boxes and there are so many versions out there, as you already know. The Jungle of Pandora or the Pandora Jungle. We're just going to call this the Pandora Jungle nowadays. Right, so this is basically the more of the same, only they changed this little sticker. Yeah, yes, basically a sticker on acrylic plate. That's the only thing that it is. And I must say the layout, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? The Street Fighter 5 with the character Oni on it. Well, I'm guessing it's Oni. So, alright, what are we going to get? We're having 6 buttons. So, for the people who don't know, we're having 8 button version, but if you just want to play on the Pandora box or the main board inside, 8 button is totally pointless. So, 6 buttons are more than enough. The joysticks are just the basic Chinese wiggle sticks, like I always like to call them. Very cheap, but okay, they do the trick. But don't compare this with real arcade stuff. We're having 2 buttons over here and 2 buttons over there. Here for the coin, it says basically on the stick, but... And we're having the pause. The pause button is for going back when you're playing a game. It's exactly what it says. It is a pause button, and when you're in the pause, you can go back to the main menu. Or the pause menu, you can go back to the main menu. Right, so the same wiggle sticks and the buttons. This is what you're going to get. We're having some spare buttons. To be honest, I have never replaced a button from this point on. I have a couple of these devices and played quite some time on it, but never replaced the button. But again, I am still think if you want to have the real arcade deal, you can always replace the buttons. But we're going to open it up and we're going to look at the back. What are we going to get? Alright, so let's take a close look at the back of the device. And I think, well, if you compare it with all the Pandora boxes, they are more of the same. We're having the on and off switch over here. Some of them have these on the top. I personally prefer. And we're having the input for your power supply, HDMI out, VGA out, audio out, volume control, the setting button. I'm going to take a close look at it later in the video, so I can show you what you can swap out in the settings. And USB. Keep in mind, there are some Pandora boxes that use the USB for external storage if you want to add more games, but that's not possible with this one. It's just basically for connecting it with a PlayStation 3, for example, if you want to play or use this thing like an arcade stick. Alright, and as you can see over here, we're having the little sticker says Pandora box 9. Pretty weird if you ask me, because we have a lot of Pandora box 9 official now. Let's see what are some differences. The fan itself, this is a fan I have never seen before. So I'm going to give you a small, quick comparison. This is more like the basic fan they're using. This is a copper one, but the materials can be a little bit different between the Pandora boxes. But this model, I have never seen it before. Right, so the big condensators over here are just new. I don't see that very often. Don't know why they are doing it now. Maybe it's a cheap way of producing it, or a cheap way of making this PCB board. And here we can find the SD card. And I can already tell you, spoiler alert, we cannot add games. If you stick it in your PC, nothing happens at all. So that's it. Alright, so let's talk about the casing itself, because there are quite some different versions out there nowadays. This is more like the deluxe edition. The reason why I'm saying this is because this has the metal button. There are even some versions with a plastic case. I can tell you don't want to have that. This gives more weight to the device, very stable on your table, and I really like it. And it gives this little quality feeling. 5-volt speaker, crystal rubbery feet. That gives a very good stability when you're putting it on the table. So overall, I like this casing. It's very easy to open it up, and I'm going to show you now. always hitting my freaking... Normally I would say it's more like magic, but no, it is not. You need a screwdriver. We're going to remove 3 of these screws. And when we're done with it, we can open it up. Yeah! And we're going to take a close look inside. How did they put it together? Did it very nice or did they mess it up? And this is what I really like about these casings. You have a lot of different versions, slim versions, etc, etc. And all of these have a really annoying way to open it up. It can be a little bit piggy, but that's what it is. Alright, let's take a close look at all the stuff, because this looks pretty cool. Just wanted to show you, and they did a very nice job with putting all the cables together. But if you just want to replace a button, it's so easy. Pull it out, replace the button, have this click mechanism, that's it. And the same is for almost for the joystick. Unscrew it with 4 screws and you can just pull it out. Very easy, very convenient. And here we can see the 5-volt speaker. Ooh, magnet. And here we have this small LED strip. But I think it's a little bit pointless because the sticker at the bottom is all black. That makes no sense. Alright, so this thing has exactly the same intro like the previous model. Alright, showing it again. Yes, we know, it's Pandora Box 9. And yes, people, it's 720p and no 1080p. So basically it's the same hardware like the previous models. No intro. And the first thing that I'm noticing, as you can see here, and if people have seen more of my videos, you can see the menu is totally different. It says here Pandora Box number 9, there is no new version out, or there's nothing, an indication that it's a new version. So if it comes to the list itself, it's more of the same. So the support is MAME or arcade. From this point on, I didn't see, let's say, a PlayStation game or other stuff. They say there are around 1500 games. Yep, exactly 1500 games. And what I also noticed is that everything is messed up. Alright, so first of all, there is no search function. For example, when you're pressing start on the second player, normally you're going to get a search function. I know let's say the Pandora Box number 9, first edition, doesn't have this feature too. Only the 9S Plus, the 6 and a couple of other versions. So this is something that didn't even improve. There is no alphabetic order, so if you want to play a game or you want to know a certain game, you need to remember your number, otherwise you're never going to find your game again in this big pile of games. A lot of familiar games, but nothing really special. Alright, so before we're going to test out, I already noticed something they messed up. Normally when you're pressing the coin button, you just insert a coin, nothing else. It pops up this pause menu, and this is a problem simply because every time you need to skip this menu and it gives a credit. Oh, that is really annoying. Alright, this sounds pretty good. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, nice. Smooth frame rate, good sound. The reason I'm saying this, a lot of these fake boxes have problems. And I'll still notice some minor screen tearing over there. So that is still an issue with this. But in general, it runs pretty smooth. Oh, let's see. This is not bad at all. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's the jump button. Where is the kick button? Oh, here. Those guys are really annoying. I must say it runs pretty smooth. No weird sound issues, because if you look at other Pandora boxes, some of these have horrible sound issues. A lot of interference, etc, etc. So, not bad at all. No, you're not going to punch me in the face. Oh yeah, now I'm a macho man from the future. I just wanted to show you this, and as you can see, we're having the double game. So yeah, people, for the people who are asking, we have double games on this device. Let's play in Hack Edition of Metal Slug. That's strange. It even gives credits when pressing the start button. Okay. Alright, so let's test Mortal Kombat. This is a game, this is more like a deal breaker if you ask me. If this thing runs the Mortal Kombat, they did improve it from the last version of Pandora Box 9. Okay, the loading time was quite fast, but as you can see it runs like shit again. So they didn't improve it. Why in the love of God do you don't improve? Remove Mortal Kombat if it is not working. Okay, so let's take a close look at the settings menu. Maybe they changed some things here. Alright, let's see. We have the EO test. This is for checking the buttons. Everything works fine. So if you're having a broken button, you can check it in here. Custom buttons, very simple. You can remap the buttons. Not for every game, just for a certain platform. System configuration. This is a very interesting thing. So here you can adjust the credits if you want. And we can turn on and off the quality optimization, but this is something very personal. A lot of people hate it and just want to see the original deal and no screen ratio changing for 6:9 back to 4:3. Keep in mind, if you're using this on a television, maybe you can use your television for putting this other ratio in. Bookkeeping, game settings, just fun to show. Here you can swap out the difficulty, so very convenient. You can turn off the internal speaker, or basically you can rip out the cable if you don't need it. And this just save and reboot. So there are not a lot of stuff you can change over here. Alright. Alright, so this is what we're going to get with the Pandora Box 9 new version. What did they improve? The layout. Maybe some games are running a little bit better, but Mortal Kombat runs like shit. So please, if you don't want to improve something like this, just basically remove it. And very important, you cannot add new games, you cannot remove games, you're stuck with what you see over here. The list is in one big gigantic mess. So is it a big improvement over the previous model? No, not at all. So this is what you're going to get. Let me know, what do you think of this Pandora Box 9 new version? The joystick and the buttons are, well, let's say the cheapest version. They play pretty fine. So nothing to compare, of course, with the original real arcade stuff, but for Chinese cheap Pandora Box, not bad at all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell for more awesome Wicked content, and stay strong, stay positive, and stay wicked. And see you in the next video.